Okay, so today I will be explaining the difference between movement along the demand curve, also known as change in quantity demanded, and shift of the demand curve, which is also known as change in demand. Now let me start first with movement along the demand curve. Now this movement along the demand curve can be in two ways. So see, here I take x-axis, y-axis, origin, quantity demanded, and here I take price. As we know that the demand curve is always downward sloping, say DD. Now, let me take an initial point, say A, where price is P0 and quantity demanded is Q0. Suppose there is a movement downward along the same demand curve, say from point A to point B. So we are moving downward along the same demand curve. So what happens? Look at point B. Price has fallen to P1 from P0, but due to law of demand, as price has fallen, quantity demanded has increased from Q0 to Q1. So here price has fallen, here quantity demanded has increased. Now note here, in case of movement along the demand curve, we say quantity demanded has increased. Now this increase in the quantity demanded due to fall in the own price of the commodity, OWN, own price of the commodity, other factors remaining constant, is called expansion of demand or extension of demand, EXTENSION. Now, just the opposite. See, again I take here x-axis, y-axis, this is the demand, quantity demanded, this is the price. Again I am taking a demand curve, say D dash D dash. And now suppose the movement is opposite, say from P to Q. At P, suppose price was P1, quantity demanded was Q1. Now when there is an upward movement along the demand curve from P to Q, price has increased, say to P2, but you see what happens to quantity demanded. It has fallen from Q1 to Q2. So here quantity demanded is falling, but price has increased. So this is called contraction of demand, CONTRACTION, contraction of demand. So here quantity demanded has fallen due to increase in the price, but other factors affecting demand remaining the same. So we see that in case of movement along the demand curve or change in quantity demanded, there is either a downward movement along the demand curve or an upward movement along the same demand curve due to change in price only. Other factors affecting demand remaining unchanged. And here the demand curve also remains the same, obeying the law of demand.